Hi students, subscribe the channel and for next class notification, please press bell icon and to be a first viewer.
Hi students, now in this video we will learn a very important concept of the chapter control and coordination, that is division of nervous system. So about nervous system, in the previous video we are learn about the structure of nervous system and also function of the nervous system involved in the control and coordination. If you are new on this channel and still not watched that two videos, so click a I button on the top, or in the description I give the link of that two videos link. Okay, so go and watch that first and then come to this video. Okay, so that you understand clearly. Now let us start this video here about the division of nervous system. So in the division of nervous system, so we know about the nervous system. So what is the function of nervous system here? The function of nervous system is nothing but the control and coordination, right? Maybe it is voluntary movements or maybe it is involuntary movements. The control and coordination, that is we call it as a reflex arc, is controlled by the nervous system. And the structure and the structure and the function unit of nervous system is what? A neuron or nervous cell. And also we know about the nervous cell structure and their function: dendrite, cell body, axon and dendrite and or terminal. After that, we are now in this video divide the nervous system into two parts. One part is nothing but what? The central nervous system, it's called as a CNS, and the next part is the peripheral nervous system, right? We can take it as it is components. Okay, the components of, we call these are components, right? The components of nervous system, there is two components. The number one component is here central nervous system. In the short form it is called as CNS. C for central, N for nervous, S for system, central nervous system. And the second component, second part of the nervous system is peripheral nervous system. In the short form it is called as PNS. P for peripheral, N for nervous and the S for system. Okay, now let us learn about what is meaning of central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Here see about the central nervous system. So here central nervous system comprises of brain and the spinal cord. That is very important. Okay, there is two terms are there. One is a brain and one is a spinal cord. When brain and spinal cord they connect to each other, they form the system. That is system is called as what? The central nervous system. So first point you have to remember that the central nervous system is consisting of two terms here. One term is brain and another is a spinal cord, right? Next one, what is the function of the central nervous system here? Okay, so function of central system is they receive information from all parts of the body and integrated it, right? In the reflex arc we know that how the information is collected from the receptors and they give the reflex arc by the spinal cord, and later on the brain think on it. Okay, the reflex arc, first reaction then thinking. So that is what receiving the information from the all parts of the body and it is decoded. Okay, get the information. That is nothing but the function of a central nervous system. So what is function of central system? Central nervous system function to collect the information from all parts of the body. Maybe it is from the skin, maybe it is from the involuntary movements, maybe it is involuntary movements, or maybe it is voluntary movements. Collect the information and get decoded it, that is integrated it. Okay, that is called the function of central nervous system. And another one, that is central nervous system is protected by. Okay, this is protected by the fluid, and that fluid name is what? Cerebrospinal fluid. So this is student about the central nervous system, and this is enough for you for class 10, right? So about this is central nervous system. So please write down these are points about the central nervous system. In the examination they ask what do you mean by central nervous system? So that you have to answer. The central nervous system is consist of two terms. One is brain and the spinal cord. It collects the information from all parts of the body and integrated it, and then it is protected by the fluid. That fluid name is cerebrospinal fluid. That is what the fluid name. Now come to the peripheral nervous system. Second component, that is a PNS. Okay, what is your PNS here? The communication between the central nervous system. So central system is nothing but what? One is brain and one is the spinal cord. Okay, so the communication between the central nervous system and the other parts of the body is facilitated by the peripheral nervous. Peripheral means the side parts. Okay, so that is controlled by what? Peripheral nervous system. Right, so we learn here they collect the information from the, and this information from the side of the body, right, from the side of the body, that is controlled by what? The peripheral nervous system. So what is peripheral system? Peripheral nervous system is communication between the central nervous system and the other parts of the body, that is facilitated by the what? Peripheral nervous system. And this peripheral system is consisting of a cranial nerves. Okay, so here cranial nerves arising from the brain. Okay, so here for example this is brain. So from the brain, the nerves from the center of the brain, okay, the cranial nerves are arising from the center of the brain, and the spinal nerves are arising from the spinal cord. So spinal cord, okay, the central system, and the, okay, the what consisting of one is cranial nerves and one is a spinal nerves, both together form a what? The peripheral nervous system. So here about one point, what is the cranial nerves? So here in the syllabus there is no detail about the cranial nerves. For example, for information, more information, there are 12 cranial nerves are there. Okay, there are 12 cranial nerves are there in the body, and which are represented by the Roman number 1 to 12. 1 to 12. They are represented by the 12 cranial nerves are present in the body. They are represented by the 12 to 1 to 12. Okay, Roman number. And the what is mean by cranial nerves? What is the function of cranial nerves here? So cranial nerves are the pair of nerves which are connect the brain. Okay, I write here cranial nerves are pair of nerves connects the brain to different parts of the body, of neck, head, first head, okay, head, neck and trunk. Okay, neck, head, neck and trunk. Okay, this is about cranial nerves, right? So it's about cranial nerves. So what's cranial nerves? And this arising from the brain. So cranial nerves which are present in the brain and whose function is to communication between the brain. The communication is nothing but what? The cranial nerves arising from the brain and whose function is to connect the brain to the different parts of the body, that is head to neck to trunk. That is connection between, that is done by the cranial nerves. So cranial nerves from the brain and the spinal nerves from the spinal cord, they both together forms a system that is called the peripheral nervous system. Again detail. So peripheral nervous system again is consist of the two types is there. One is about sensory, okay, sensory system, and one is about second one is about autonomic, another one autonomic part. So in sensory part, it is nothing but from the skin, okay, from the skin. For example, pain, heat, that is from the skin. Okay, so peripheral system is but side part of the body. Or here there are two types. One is sensory, means they are related to the skin, and from the skin they absorb, they feel the pain and the heat, etc. Okay, the response to the heat or pain. That is called sensory skin. That is also peripheral nervous system. And then autonomic. Autonomic means there is control of the involuntary action, that for example respiration, digestion, breathing, heartbeat, that is controlled by the autonomic peripheral nervous system. So there is what? The peripheral system, the communication between the central system and the other parts of the body. So other parts of the body, there is nothing but what? One is skin and one is heartbeat, blood pressure, etc. So they are controlled by the what? The peripheral nervous system, that is composed of central system and the peripheral nervous system. So student, these are nothing but what? The division of a nervous system. So one is a peripheral nervous, one is a central nervous system, and one is a peripheral nervous system. The central system having the brain and spinal cord, and the peripheral system having what? Central system and the other parts of the body. They combine together form a PNS, peripheral nervous system. And the peripheral nervous system is consisting of two terms. One is cranial nerves which is coming from the brain, and one is the spinal nerves which is coming from the spinal cord. Okay, and the spinal nerves are, there are two types. One is sensory, okay, movement, one is autonomic. In sensory it is related to the skin, and in autonomic it is related to the blood pressure, digestion, etc. Okay, involuntary actions or movements. Okay, then here it is consisting of brain and the spinal cord, and this function is here to receive the information from the all parts of body and integrated it. It is protected by the cerebrospinal fluid. So this is student about the it is about the nervous system, right? So this is very important point about nervous system. So in the examination they ask what, write a note on nervous system, or write a note on central system, or what about write a note on peripheral nervous system. So you have to remember that the CNS and the PNS, nothing but what, the division, the types of nervous system. Okay, it is central system, it is a peripheral nervous system. Here this function of here and this side, and the function of a PNS here this side. So please note down this chart in your notebook, and one time revise it. Very important concept. Okay, direct answer. What is nervous system and what is a peripheral nervous system? You have to write all these very important points. Okay, so now let's come to the human brain. And in that point we are learn the different parts of the human brain and the function of each part of the human brain, which is related to the 10th class only. Okay, so please first write on this, then come to the human brain. Now students, take about the human brain, right? So I draw the human brain diagram here. So now let's see the diagram, because of that is important for 4 marks. Okay, practice that diagram with their correct labeling. So now let us learn about the diagram here. So this is what the human diagram. Okay, it is about the cross section of human diagram, human brain, and here different parts are labeled, right? So one by one, here see the human brain. Here forebrain is there, and one is hindbrain is there, and one is midbrain is there. That is 3 parts of human brain, right? So here there are important 3 parts of human brain, major parts. We call it 3 major parts of a human brain. Number one is what? Forebrain. Okay, forebrain, and the number 2 is what? Midbrain, right? The number 2 is what? Midbrain, that is midbrain, and the number 3rd is what? Hindbrain. So that is what the 3 major and important parts of a human brain, right? And the what is the function of forebrain? We later discuss about it, but starting identify the terms here. Okay, parts. So forebrain. And the forebrain major part is, okay, the forebrain major part is what? The cerebrum. We have to remember the major part of, okay, this you observe this part, whole part, okay, this whole part is called as what? The cerebrum. This means what? Forebrain nothing but the major part of the forebrain is nothing but what? The cerebrum. Okay, CEREBROUM. Cerebrum is the major part of the forebrain. So this whole part is what? Cerebrum, right? And next midbrain. And midbrain is nothing but what? The connection between forebrain and the midbrain is there. Okay, there is a cerebrum, forebrain nothing but here there is a midbrain. There is connection between the midbrain's connection with the forebrain. So it is a midbrain. This part is called as a midbrain. There is connection between the forebrain. So it is about the midbrain. That is second important major part. And the third major part is the medulla, hindbrain. Okay, and hindbrain having 3 parts. That is, one is a pons, and one is medulla oblongata, and one is a cerebrum. So there are total 3 parts of a hindbrain is there, and that is very important for you on the point of examination. Most of the questions are asked about hindbrain function. Okay, so here we observe that there are, and it is a pituitary. It is again pituitary gland which is helping the balance the body. Okay, pituitary gland, that is hormone. It releases a hormone. Okay, it is releases a hormone, that is we learn in later on the hormone section. Okay, control and coordination in hormones we learn here pituitary gland, but we are not we not take about it only. We only take about it the hindbrain, forebrain, and the midbrain. And again this whole system, right? This whole system is covered by the or protected by the what? Cranial skull. So main example is called which tissue protect the brain? That is nothing but what? A cranial, or that is called the skull is protected by the human brain. Who protect the human brain? So that is cranium or skull, that is black here. The black boundary is nothing but what? Cranium or skull, which is protect the human brain. So again I repeated, this is the diagram of human brain, and there are three major parts. One part is the forebrain, which is in which the major part is what? Cerebrum, which is cerebrum come into the forebrain, and then midbrain. Midbrain is connect with the forebrain. So okay, and midbrain we have can take about the pituitary gland and the hypothalamus, and then come to the here the hindbrain. Last part is hindbrain, third major part, and hindbrain is made up of three parts. One is pons, one is medulla oblongata, and one is a cerebellum. And this is the spinal cord, as we know, the spinal cord which send the information to the brain through this spinal cord. Okay, then pons. So these are what the parts and the structure. First, structure of human brain and the different parts, major parts, and their sub parts. Now let us learn the function of one by one. What is function of forebrain? What is the function of midbrain, and what is the function of hindbrain, that is a pons, medulla, and cerebellum here. Okay, so one by one. So here it is cerebellum, it is cerebrum, it is rum, R-U-M, it is lum. That is rum is on top, lum is on bottom. So you have to not confuse. Most of the students confuse here. Okay, you take a cerebellum, then here write a cerebellum. No. First is cerebrum, rum is the top, lum is in bottom. So this is about the parts and the parts about the human brain. Now let us learn the function of one part. What is forebrain function, what is midbrain function, and what is a hindbrain function. That is very important for examination, right? So first draw this diagram, practice this diagram 2 or 3 times. Now students, take the last part of this video, that is function of human brain, each part. So as we know that the human brain has major 3 parts. One part is forebrain, and one part is midbrain, and one part is hindbrain. So let us start one by one the function of each part, right? So here about forebrain. So I told that the forebrain is nothing but what? The forebrain largest part is what? Cerebrum. Okay. Now let us take the what is the function of forebrain here, right? The first one point is the main thinking part. So forebrain is the main thinking part of the human beings. We know that human beings are the thinking beings. We also call thinking beings, and the main thinking part is what? The forebrain is the main thinking part, and the function of the forebrain is all thinking, right? There is thinking. Let's come to the second point, that is what? Specialized for the hearing, smell, sight, and so on. Okay, what we hear in the video, we are hearing the audio, okay, that is audio, hearing, and then smell, right? Smell and the sight. Okay, that is all is controlled by the forebrain, and then receive the sensory impulses from the various receptors, as we know in the reflex arc, right? From the skin or from the different sensory receptors, they get the information, and that information can be integrated in the forebrain. So forebrain receives all the information from the sensory motor or sensory neurons. Okay, so they receive the sensory impulses from the various receptors, right? Then the central control the body temperature. Then again function of forebrain is control body temperature. Okay, control the body temperature. Then reproductive function, that is puberty, and eating, sleeping, and display of the emotions, hunger and feeling. All these are controlled by the forebrain. Also control the voluntary movements, the movement which are under our control, that is movement of the leg, movement of the hand, right? The walking, okay, jumping, okay, during the speech we, okay, movement our hands, okay, that is the movement of emotions, right? Expressions, all this controlled by what? Forebrain. Okay, in the movie you observe that which emotions are open, expression of emotion, expression of happiness, that all are expressed by the what is controlled by the forebrain, and also control the voluntary movement, that is movement under our control. That is all about the forebrain here. So please write down all these important points. What is the function of forebrain? You have to write these all points here. Now let us come to the second part, that is what about midbrain. So see here, the control midbrain control involuntary action, like involuntary means which is not under our control. Okay, that is what the breathing, okay, breathe, respiration, and digestion of food, and change in the size of the pupil when the high intense light is focused on our eyes. What happened? Automatic closing and opening of the pupil. All these are controlled. Then what involuntary actions is controlled by the hindbrain. brain, right? Again, the motor movement of the eye and auditory and visual processing, right? That is all controlled by the what? The hind brain. Next, come to the second one, last one is the mid brain. Then come to last one, the hind brain. So all involuntary actions like BP, blood pressure, salivation, formation of water in the mouth, and vomiting are controlled by the medulla in. It is very important. What is the function of medulla in hind brain? Right, in the hind brain. So function of medulla in the hind brain is like control, like involuntary control, like BP, salivation, and vomiting. That is all controlled by the medulla in the hind brain. That is very important point of examination. That is very important point. This is very important. I should make star very important. And this is also very important point about cerebrum. Cerebellum. I make this mistake here. Cerebellum. Okay. Cerebellum. So cerebellum, it is responsible for the maintaining the body posture and balance of the body, right? If you walk well straight, okay, walking is depend on what? The cerebrum, like walking on a straight line, that is nothing but controlled by the cerebellum. That is function of it is responsible for the maintain the body posture and balance of the body. It is controlled by the cerebellum, and the salivation, vomiting, and BP is controlled by the medulla in the hind brain. So these are what, students, important functions of the three major parts of the human body, in human brain. That is one, forebrain, midbrain, and hind brain. So hope you understand these all points, right? So again, one time watch this video again and remember all the important points, because it is very important as a point of examination. Most of the time they ask about what is the function of medulla, what is the function of then here cerebellum, what is the function of forebrain, okay, which part of the brain control the BP, which part of the brain control the vomiting and salivation. You have to remember the vice versa. We also remember the name and also remember the function of that part. That is the vice versa we have to be remember. So hope this video is very useful for you, and in this video you are clearly understand about the nervous system and about central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system, and then human brain structure with different parts, and last we are learn about the different parts and with the different function. Okay, function of forebrain, function of midbrain, and function of hindbrain, and that is shortcut notes, very important for you as a point of examination. So please one time observe it carefully and write down in your notes again. So thank you for watching this video. In next video we are come with another very important concept of this chapter. Thank you.